LV here. Hope everyone's doing well. Today I have a why you should go to card shows video with some tips sprinkled in. But first I want to say I'm really thankful to say that my kids' teacher school strike is finally over. The kids are in school, which means I finally have more time to work again. And I'm happy to say my eBay card biz is surviving the lean months and still performing pretty solid. So I'm not going anywhere. Sometimes I kind of feel like a cockroach in this industry. You can't kill me. I just keep surviving all these years. I get stomped on sometimes by my own stupid, dumbass mistakes I make, but also get right back up with some smart ones. Such is life, I guess, and all we can do is learn and build from our mistakes. Probably my biggest mistake was making lots of cash during the COVID boom, like many of us, but the mistake was reinvesting it back into sports cards. I still kick myself every day for doing that. I should have used it to buy real estate stocks, really anything other than sports cards at the time. But my true passion for cards really clouded my judgment there. And it's a mistake I'll carry with me forever. But it also created some smart pivots, which keeps my business alive, fairly successful and pretty consistent. So it looks like my 90 days sales on eBay are still pretty solid at just over 60,000. I might go ahead and make another eBay sales vid soon, breaking down my sales and profit margins. And I did make a smart pivot recently, which helped my sales lately keep things flowing, and I'll share that pivot later in this video. All right, why you should go to card shows. So I'm a big supporter of going to card shows. I encourage people to go to your local shows. So let's go ahead and dive into why I believe this. All right, first point is that you build local connections within the hobby. You get to know dealers. Most are really good dudes, and eventually you gain their trust, and it can open up doors to awesome future deals with them. For example, when I first started to do this card stuff full-time as a career back in 2009, going to card shows each month was vital. It was pivotal to my success. I built so many connections, and eventually I would go over to dealers' houses to buy collections or buy singles. We even became friends and would let me know whenever they got new inventory in. And when they did, I got first crack at heading to their house and kind of cherry picking unbelievable cards. Cards perfect to get graded and maximize profits. Also pertaining to this, a good tip when first starting to go to local card shows is to go ahead and spread the wealth around, meaning try to spend money at each table. It could even just be $5 to $10. Even that makes a difference, especially for tables that aren't going to see a lot of traffic. This helps and allows each table dealer to really get to know you, which will help future deals and builds that connection I was talking about. I definitely did this when I started out, and all the dealers knew who I was and were grateful when they saw me headed to their table. I've always been like that, trying to spread whatever I have as much as I can. I even do that at my local food card pods. I try to eat and give business to each food cart, even the strange ones. And now they all know me and sometimes throw in extra food for free. So same principle there to the tip I'm giving. So, next point, card shows are a great way to learn important practical life skills, business skills, negotiating skills, fair trading, understanding verbal and nonverbal cues from dealers and from customers, learning what it takes to get deals done. Kindness and respect goes such a long way. Whether it's listening to people's stories, caring about their day, caring about what interests them, caring about their cards, their personal collection, all this goes a long way in helping facilitate good deals and building connections. Building friends within your card community around you is an important thing and the fun thing. Next point is the simple, obvious one. Going to card shows allows you to properly inspect a card's condition. And this is very important if you're like me, a raw to grade type of guy. So buying raw cards online is such a gamble, beyond a gamble. And buying at card shows simply eliminates that condition, gamble. Also, another point, probably one of my favorite reasons why I love card shows is the dollar boxes, or the $3 or the $5 box. You can honestly find treasure in them, and they're so fun to go through. You can't get that feeling or chance online. There's no shipping fees, no hassles, just you in a box ready to be explored. So from 2009 to 2019, when I went to the Portland Card Show every month, I would find unbelievable cards in those value boxes. So don't sleep on them. They are enjoyable no matter how much money you have in life. Okay, next one is card shows are a great place to build nostalgia. You know, once my kids get old enough and say they want to go to a card show, I will gladly take them, share in a fun experience with them. I still remember when my dad and mom took me. I remember fond moments like it was yesterday, the cards I picked up. And in the end, if we want this hobby to continue to grow and thrive, we do need to look to those future generations to go ahead and carry the torch. Show them the right way to collect and how to behave respectfully and carry themselves properly with kindness and maturity. This will build a solid outlook for a healthy hobby future. All right, my next point is that going to card shows helps you get a great pulse on what's popular, what's trending, what's selling right now. Truly look at what each table is selling and be aware of what people around you are buying, what they are wanting. For example, when COVID started, I just stopped going to card shows altogether. And I really didn't start going back until just 6 months ago. And I'm really glad I did. I forgot how much I enjoy them. And I noticed, one important thing I noticed was that Pokemon TCG stuff took over. They comprised of over half the tables. I had no idea. And those tables were packed with buyers. So what did I do? I pivoted a little. I've been quietly immersing myself with Pokemon, learning as much as I can, and now I grade tons of them with PSA, and they've been selling tremendously. Go ahead and check my recent eBay completed listings. It's crazy. In fact, currently my Pokemon sales are saving me, kind of in these times when sports card sales are a little slow, like in November usually. And the Pokemon's customer base is massive. You know, it's worldwide. It's boys and it's girls, it's females, males, it's everyone. And this holiday season, I thought to myself, I bet parents and people buy lots of Pokemon cards as gifts for Christmas, kind of like toys. I felt like even Pokemon singles and slabs would be bought as gifts, and I was right. You know, in sports cards, that's a little different. Not a lot of people giving sports slabs as gifts, but in Pokemon they do. So that has helped me. Next point, card shows are an unbelievable place to buy singles, because you can get them for cheaper than online. Raw in most cases. Raw or already slabbed up, you are going to get a better deal because the dealers aren't having to pay any fees. There's no 15% eBay fee taken out, and dealers are getting straight cash. So bring cash, and you're going to find some awesome deals. Also, next point, going to shows gives you the shot at the big hit, the big find. Being the first to look at a table where it's the dealer's first time setting up at a show. You can't beat that. You know, you can't find treasure without digging. So you got to get out there sometimes. You can't always find that treasure sitting at home. Next point is another simple one. Going to card shows, it's fun. Simple as that. It's enjoyable going to card shows. You know, at first, it might be a little intimidating, but once you get in a rhythm and comfort zone, you will love going to shows. And honestly, you'll really look forward to going each month. It's exciting. You know, wake up early, get there early, get those good deals before others do. Talk to your friends there, and it's a nice little escape from the wife or the young kiddos. Finally, the last thing I want to say about card shows, and I think it's an important one, don't listen to all these card show stereotypes. Don't let them affect you or deter you from going. You know, those stereotypes where they say that only smelly, non-deodorant wearing dudes that don't take care of themselves go to card shows. In all my years attending shows, maybe only 3 or 4 times did I smell BO or felt a little uncomfortable from someone's hygiene. And honestly, who cares if you smell a little BO or bad breath or whatever? That doesn't make these people bad people. They're probably just nice dudes enjoying collecting. You're at a card show, you're having fun, and I get to do this for a living. How cool is that? Some awesome hard workers in life literally have to shovel shit day in and day out. So I think we can handle a little poor hygiene and someone at a card show from someone at a card show once a year. And I know I haven't gone to a huge show yet, like a National or Dallas, but I haven't seen any cameras in people's faces. I can't imagine that truly happens very much. I'm sure it happens sometimes at these bigger shows for sure. But I bet if you just kindly ask them not to film you or the transaction, then most people would stop politely. And also, yes, I'm sure there are dealers showing off their collection, the pissing contest of who has the best cards in their cases. But again, who cares? What's the problem with that? From a show goer standpoint, you get to see really valuable, cool cards in person. Eye candy. Eye candy isn't never a bad thing in my opinion. And guess what? If they brought it to the show, then most likely that means there could be a number attached and available for purchase. And I'm sure that number is probably high, but for certain cards, that high number may seem low 3 years from now, and it would have been a good purchase at the present. Or you might be able to find that elusive, valuable card you've been needing and searching for because of these dealers brought their huge cards to the show. So, all right. Overall, I feel like the majority of people at card shows are kind, like-minded individuals just looking to escape a little and have a little fun into the world of collecting. So I say keep going to card shows, be kind to one another, and let's keep building them up for the future generations to enjoy. All right, hope everyone found this a little helpful, a little entertaining. Thanks everyone for watching and supporting my content. As always, I'll be back with more videos soon. Thank you.